Yep, I had.
All right. So, if you want to give us a statement so far, what's been going on for you guys?
Sure. So at about 2:45 this afternoon, we were informed that the individual or the suspect from the Fargo incident was traveling eastbound on 50th Avenue South from 100th Street. We did have a deputy that was in the area, Highway 9, Highway 10. He proceeded to travel to Highway 9 and 50th Avenue South. When he arrived at that location, he did observe the suspect vehicle coming towards him, at which point he deployed his stop sticks, and he was able to successfully deploy those and flatten a rear tire. He then gave chase of the vehicle, and he chased the vehicle here on 40th Avenue South at about 85 miles an hour. Eventually the driver, I don't know if he lost control or what exactly happened, but the driver did crash where you see it back behind me now. We attempted communication with the driver, but he was not communicating with us whatsoever. Therefore, we had a drone in the area from the Becker County Sheriff's Office, and they started flying over the vehicle to see if we could see inside, see any movement, anything like that. Using that drone footage, we determined that we were going to use less than lethal to break a back window out and deploy some pepper ball inside the vehicle. We did that, and again, we did not have any communication with the individual inside the vehicle. We did another drone flight and was able to confirm there was somebody in there, and the person that was in the vehicle was not moving at that time. Therefore, it was determined to do a tactful approach. And on that approach, when they opened the door, they did locate the suspect in the vehicle. He appeared to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And my next question, how scary was it for you guys and your crews to know that you're in that situation, you're having to use all these resources?
I can only imagine for the deputy that he was rather scared to be in that situation, knowing what had just happened over in Fargo, knowing the person was not afraid to use the firearm. So I imagine he was fairly concerned about that, and that definitely weighs heavily on your mind in incidents like this. And then the amount of support that we received from not only our local police departments here in Clay County, but also the Detroit Lakes Police Department, Minnesota State Patrol, Becker County Sheriff's Office, and the Minnesota DNR to assist us with that. It's a very, very high stress situation, but it turned out okay.
And just a couple more questions for you. And we were talking earlier today about mutual aid between towns. How crucial was it that for today to see that Minnesota and North Dakota work together on this one?
It's very important to have that mutual aid, and in this particular incident, I did have the Fargo chief reach out, and I requested some SWAT resources to be en route as well, which he happily lined up for us. The other thing that really worked out very good for this incident is our radio system, where Fargo just recently got on their Minnesota Armor radio system, and we were able to communicate freely between each other, where that wasn't the case a year ago. And in this incident, we were able to monitor everything, we were able to talk freely back and forth, and it really brought this to a conclusion rather quickly.
And final question is, how crucial is it for you guys here in Clay County that none of your officers or any troopers were injured during this?
It's very satisfying when you can come out of this and nobody is injured. Unfortunately, the suspect is deceased, but no officers are injured in this case, so it is very satisfying. You can sleep well at night knowing that. And unfortunately, what happened in Fargo and with the suspect, what do you do with that? But I'm glad, I hope that the two victims will be okay, and I hope they're going to successfully recover from their injuries.